Hi guys, and welcome back to the show. This is the Premier League preview with me, Jamie Phillips, Hearts of Liverpool. Hope everyone's having a great weekend so far. Hi Chris, hi Kind of Chats. Please guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the like button. The like button's really important, guys. Hit that like button up on all my videos. Helps YouTube know that people are watching me for starters, and helps the algorithm and all that good stuff. So guys, get YouTube pushing out my videos a lot more. Helps my subscriber count. I hope you guys are having a good weekend. Chris, hope you're good, my man. Hope you're good. I watched your last video on the Burnley preview. Good video there, my man. Kai, hope you're well. Kai's already going with his prediction. Yes, guys. So this is the Premier League preview. Hope everyone's having a great weekend so far. And obviously, we've already had one match so far this weekend. I need something better to watch at the moment than watching Carlisle. Is it going bad with Carlisle at the moment, Chris? And you don't know, Chris is two clubs of Carlisle and Liverpool. But how's it going with Carlisle? Are they playing now? So as we know, we've had one Premier League game finished already. That was Liverpool, Southampton 1, Manchester United 1. Man United can't hold on to leads. They can't hold on to anything these days by the look of it. They're really struggling. They've got poor form. You know, the form at the moment is really, really bad. I mean, I'll get the league table up. Let me just find the table. We have a look at this league table, and this will show us what's going on at this moment in time. Right, guys. So here we go. So there's the Premier League table at the moment. There's the top 8 in the Premier League. 0-0 at Colchester at half time. We've been dreadful. Only positive is 0-0. Bloody hell, Chris. I'm sorry to hear that, Chris. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully I can cheer you up a little bit, my man. So this should cheer you up straight away. This is the league table so far this season. And at this moment in time, Manchester United are sitting fifth in the league. They're not doing great, as you can see at this moment in time. There are 40 points. 40 points. I don't know what's happened here. Hang on, sorry. Whoa, what's happened to my video? Is my video gone static for anyone else? What's going on here? I don't know what's going on. Oh, there we go. Oh, hey, I don't know what's happened to my screen, but there you go. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my screen there. For some reason, it went a bit funky. But yeah, Manchester United at this moment in time are fifth in the league. They're on 40 points. They're having an awful season at this moment in time. I mean, they've played 24 games. They've won 11. They've lost 7 times. I do believe, or 6 times. Yep, 6 times, and they've drawn 7 games. They've conceded 32 goals. 40 points. They are. Where are they? They are level on points with West Ham. West Ham have a goal difference, but Arsenal have 2 games in hand over Man United and are 1 point behind. So yeah, it's not going good for them so far. As you see, big up John A, mate. I hope you're well. So yeah, then it's not going well at the moment for obviously for Manchester United. Again, another 1-1 draw. Southampton. It was a poor draw as well. You know, United can't finish teams off. I don't know what's wrong with them. They just can't finish teams off at the moment. They are really lagging at this moment in time, and you know, they're having some real problems. And you know, it's good to see. It's good to see. I mean, the amount of times Liverpool fans have had to be in United's shadow for all these years, and roles are reversed at this moment in time, guys. But I hope everyone's doing well. We're all laughing at Man United in their predicament, which is hilarious to me, how it's going there. I mean, I don't know how long. I mean, who do you blame at Man United? You got Ralph Ragnick. He's been there 13, 14 games so far. He can't really change too much because the ownerships don't want to spend money. It's a tough one. It's a real tough one for them at the moment. But at the end of the day, I don't even care. But let's talk about some other games coming up, guys. Obviously, we have got. Let me get. Oh, what is happening to my video? What is happening to my video here? Right, guys. Sorry about that. My thing keeps blurring on the screen, so I don't know if you can see me or not. It should be okay. But yeah, my thing keeps blurring on the screen. Hopefully that's okay, guys. Hopefully that's okay. I think I just fixed the problem there. So if we go to the fixtures, quite a few obviously fixtures coming up. Oh dear. So we've got Tottenham and West Ham. Tottenham and Wolves, sorry, today. Yeah, Tottenham and Wolves is going to be an interesting game. Obviously, Wolves losing to Arsenal, just the other night, 1-0. You know, Wolves, they've had a decent system. The new manager coming in's done well. He's been one of the better managers this season, actually. He's got this Wolves team playing. They're 8th in the table at the moment. They're looking for European places. Obviously, we know with Wolves, they don't concede a lot of goals. They don't give up a lot of chances to Wolverhampton Wanderers. But they're not a big scorer of goals either. They have trouble scoring goals. And I'm not quite sure how that will go forward for Wolves. This Tottenham game, you know, Tottenham are the most Jekyll and Hyde team you're likely to see in the Premier League. You know, 1 minute Tottenham look absolutely fantastic. And the next moment, you know, they look poor and no cohesion in their team, no understanding how to play. I mean, they got a poor squad. I don't know what Conte can really do with his team with no funding. I mean, you take Son and Harry Kane out of this Tottenham team, and it's bang average. It's a bang average side, and at this moment in time, that's how Tottenham are looking. I mean, their previous game was against Southampton, you know, and you know Southampton were good. Southampton were real good in that game, and I think Spurs only had the 8 shots to Southampton's 23. They're poor at the moment, really, really poor, Spurs, and you know they played against us. You know, when they played against us, obviously they had a 2-week rest because of all the COVID stuff and everything. You know, and they come out like they're fighting for the Premier League. You know, and then since then they haven't had the same performances. Just really, really poor. Chris says Tottenham is like the weather forecast. You don't know what you're going to get. You don't, mate. You absolutely don't. It's with Tottenham at this moment in time, they're just not. I honestly don't know where Tottenham are going to go, but they can still get fourth yet, as I say. I mean, whoever's going to get fourth place this season is just. It's going to be the poorest team who ever finished fourth in Premier League history for me. I mean, if Man United somehow get fourth place, they've scraped over the line. Arsenal scraped over the line. Tottenham scraped over the line. It's going to be one of them three. Look, my money was on Tottenham to get fourth because of the manager. I got Conte, who's, you know, he's the best manager out of the 3 clubs. But I just don't know if he can perform this miracle of getting this Tottenham team to play. And if they do, I mean, they got no money. There's no funding at Spurs. You know, we apparently heard from Tottenham supporters and that there was a massive Tottenham had a lot of money in January to spend. You know, and they're going to spend big in January and give Conte everything he wanted. Now, you know, I think Tottenham were thinking maybe they were going to get Diaz, obviously, but then, you know, they lowered the price enough for Liverpool to go, oh, thanks for that. Cheers. You know, we'll have him. Thank you for doing all our work for us. You know, we nicked Diaz off them. And then they didn't seem to know what to do. And if they did have all this money in January and they were going back Conte, you know, you'd have thought they had players lined up they were going to get. You know, they tried to get a Adama Traore, but they messed about with Adama Traore. Didn't know what to do with him. You know, 15 million here, 18 million here. Wolves said 20 odd million will get you Adama Traore. And then Tottenham keep coming in with these little bids. Barcelona come along, go, you know, we'll have him on loan to buy. You know, we'll have him loan this season, 20 million next season. He's already got an assist in his debut over there. He'll do bits over there, Traore, with his pace and ability and dribbling skills. In Spain, I think it'll suit him so much more. Yeah, Tottenham just can't buy players at the moment. I think a non-league player, if I believe rightly, turned Tottenham down. You know, the rumour was he turned them down over £4 difference in wages or something ridiculous like that. Now, I'm going to take it that it's just a silly rumour and just a Mickey take. But, you know, Tottenham not being able to buy a non-league player, what does that tell you? What is going on? You know, and obviously that they're at home to Wolves, I do believe. You know, Tottenham need to win this badly. They need this badly because obviously Man United drawing today against Southampton. They're level on points with West Ham. As John says here, he thinks West Ham will get it. And that I totally forgot about West Ham. John's right. West Ham got as much as a chance as all the others, to be fair. And Arsenal are a point behind West Ham and Man United with 2 games in hand. And I believe Tottenham are 2 points or 3 points behind with 2 games in hand as well. And I say, if Tottenham can get their act together, keep Son and Kane on the pitch for the rest of the season, you know, they've got a chance. But no one seems to want it. It's the strangest thing. Nobody seems... It's happened last season as well. No one seemed to want it. And then Liverpool, with all their issues last season, scraping to 3rd place. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. The same's happening this season. The top 3 teams are clear of everybody else. Completely clear of everyone else, especially the top 2. Man City and Liverpool are completely clear of everybody else in this league. Absolutely everybody else in this league they're clear of. And Chelsea, they could get sucked into a 4th place scrap for the Champions League. I don't know. I think they're in the World Club Cup Championship final today, or I think it's happening now actually. Is it in Qatar? Out in Qatar, in the Middle East. So they're doing that right now. Yeah, they could get sucked into it, but they go have some games in hand on the 4th, 5th, and 6th place teams. So yeah, Chelsea, they'll probably get 3rd, and then you're looking at that 4th place. It's going to be, but Tottenham have got to win tomorrow, guys. They have got to win. Let me know your scores in the chats, guys. What you think will go happen? I think Tottenham will get the win. It's going to be a hard game. It's not going to be a lot in it. It's going to be very close. I'm going to go 2-1 Tottenham. Don't know why, you know, but I just fancy Tottenham might just get the win. Might just get the win. All right, guys, let's talk Man United's result against Southampton, shall we? So, let me see if I can get this up without my actual screen freezing up this time. Let's have a look. Can you still see that? All right, let's have a look. Hopefully my screen don't go mad. Yeah, it's all right this time. So let's get this up, guys. So Man United won, Southampton won. And this is both teams lined up. So let's go both teams lined up. So, you know, Man United lined up. Basically, what they're saying here, they're lined up 4-2-3-1. Southampton lining up their usual 4-4-2. De Gea, who's probably Man United's player of the year, I would have thought, starting in goal. Harry Maguire keeping his place. How poor are Man United that Harry Maguire doesn't ever get dropped? You know, Harry Maguire's a laughing stock at the moment. He's in bad form. You know, he's in bad form again today. He's getting beaten ends up. Easy peasy stuff, you know. And he's still in the squad. How bad is this team? Raphael Varane, who, you know, Champions League Varane, all these nicknames he's got, all this, you know, he's this and that, he's superb, he's the next best thing in the world, and he looks dead, absolutely dead at this club. Dalot and Luke Shaw, could you ask for 2 worse fullbacks? I mean, this Man United team, no wonder they're struggling. I don't think it matters who's your manager. Goalkeeper aside, that back four is terrible. Absolutely terrible. It's not a Champions League back four, is it? It's not good. I mean, is it any worse than Southampton's back four? Carl Walker-Peters, Perraud, Salisu, Benirac. Is it any worse? In theory, is it any worse? I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. Yeah, Man United. This is why they're terrible. This back four, shocking. Obviously, we go to the midfield. I don't know if this is right, but they set up in a way that, because they set up in that 4-2-3-1 formation, this is how they set up. So Pogba, Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, Jadon Sancho, and Scott McTominay. I mean, that midfield, I think Pogba and McTominay sat, and then you had three behind Ronaldo. So you had Rashford on the right, Sancho on the left, Bruno Fernandes behind Ronaldo up front. Now, that midfield, I'm sorry, you can walk through that midfield. Who's defending there? Seriously, who in that midfield is defending for Manchester United? Probably Scott McTominay, and that's it. He's the only one who probably will try and defend, because Sancho ain't, Bruno's not, Rashford's not, and neither's Pogba. Yeah. Jamie, you really need to show in some respect he's the best centre-back in the league. Oh, I know, the fridge. I know. Do you remember when Man United fans were telling us that Van Dijk, Maguire is just as good as Van Dijk, because look at these stats. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Rich in the house. Hi, Rich. How are you, my man? One of the sensible Man United fans. He's a good bloke. Go and subscribe to Rich Sports. Rich is a top man, top man. Rich, we're just going through your Man United team right now, the midfield area. Where in that midfield, I was just saying, in this midfield area, Pogba, Rashford, Fernandes, Sancho, and McTominay, who's defending? Who is defending in that midfield area? Who's running back? Because the only one I can see is probably Scott McTominay. When I was watching the game, Scott McTominay was probably the only one defending. Sancho's he wants to be up the field. So does Bruno. Pogba. Pogba is a quality footballer, but sometimes he dwindles on the ball. Oh, I know you. I think it was more of a Twitter thing, Rich. Just Man United fans on Twitter. Basically, not real fans like yourself and stuff like that. Maguire, though, I was saying, Rich, just before you came on, how does Maguire stay in this team? How does Maguire stay in this team? Because, again, today, he was awful in making mistakes. He just looks really easy to go past. And when you look for Harry Maguire when he plays for England, he looks a bit more solid and composed. Do you think that's because he's playing in a back three? Do you think a back three would suit Harry Maguire just a little bit more? Because, he just looks totally exposed at the moment in this back four. But then, the players around him, apart from Varane, are not great as well. Oh, I do look slower by the game. He does. The man's just lacking so much confidence, and he must be going on social media and seeing the stuff he's getting thrown at him. I mean, surely Man United just need to take him out of the team, because it can't be any worse by keeping him in, surely. Is Lindelof fit? Because I haven't seen Lindelof play in a while. I don't know if he's fit or not. If Lindelof was fit, I'd probably play Lindelof and Varane for a while, because, who else you got there? Is it Bailey? Is he? I know he struggles with his fitness heck of a lot, so I don't know if he's fit or not. But yeah, you just need to take him out of the team for his own good, at least. Our midfield gets dominated by Norwich. Yeah, this midfield, it just not. You look at the opposition midfield: Romero, Ward-Prowse, Armstrong, Mohamed. I can't pronounce his surname. I saw today, Southampton will sometimes walking through this midfield. And I'm 40 years old. I've grown up, Man United, always at the top. Always at the top. Liverpool, look, as much as I hate it, we was in their shadow for a long time. And, we used to get abuse from Man United fans all the time. Rightly so, you were the better team. But when I look at it now, I just look like who's working. I think Paul Scholes said after the game, no one in this team runs. No one in this team runs. And when I look at it now, the money you're going to have to spend to catch Liverpool, Manchester City is huge, because you think about Ronaldo, is he going to be here next season? He's 37. I think Cavani's in his mid-30s. So that's two forwards you're going to need to replace. I'd keep Scott McTominay because I think he's a decent squad player. And he does work hard for the team. He's one of the ones who do work hard for the team. Might not be great technically, skillful, but he does work hard for the team, what I've seen. Sancho you keep just because you just got him. He's a young lad and he has got tremendous ability. Bruno, for me, you keep, but he just needs to buck up his ideas a little bit. Rashford hasn't been the same player for about 2 seasons. And I think Pogba's probably going to leave in the summer to Real Madrid on a free. So you've got so much to build there. Dean Henderson, is he a good enough number 2? I didn't know Willie Caballero was at Southampton. When did that happen? That must have happened in the January transfer window. Let's get some of your comments. It's not his fault. He's not good enough. Why he gets selected is a mystery. Yeah, exactly. He's not, at this moment in time, good enough to be playing for Manchester United. So he should be out of the team. Maybe he looks fantastic in training. Maybe he just looks great in training. Or maybe, Solskjaer picked him. Ragnick's picking him. Maybe there is something about him that they know he's got, and they're just hoping eventually he will show that form again. It's a difficult one. Sell Bailey Maguire, buy someone to partner Varane. Yeah, I agree with that. Because as I say, Bailey's always injured, ain't he? He's a good defender, but he's not reliable. Maguire at the moment is just he's just not Man United level, is he? So you do need someone to partner Varane. You need to replace 2 forwards probably next season, Ronaldo and Cavani. There's a lot going on. The midfield, Pogba's going to leave, so you're going to need a midfielder in there. Is Dallo a good enough fullback at right back? I'm not sure. Wan-Bissaka's had his troubles. Yeah, it's a big job for United, I have to say. For me, I think my biggest mistake was bringing back Ronaldo. He just doesn't work hard enough for the team. Yeah, a lot of people were saying that. A lot of people. Yeah, got you, John. I got you, man. A lot of people were saying that Ronaldo, is he working for the team? I don't know. He's not going to run around at 37 years old and press like a Ragnick team wants. And, when he's not doing that, you can basically be playing with 10 men. If Ronaldo ain't doing that running, that pressing off the ball, you're basically playing with 10 men. Ronaldo's there to finish off the chances. The problem is, he's getting no chances. That's the main issue here. He's not getting any chances whatsoever. But it's a difficult one. Personally, I think United buying a striker who's going to be 37, no matter how great he is, one of the greatest of all time, I just don't think that's what you do. I just don't think that's what you do. Because you're only having him for a season. Unless you win something in that season that helps you, then it's not worth it in the long term, surely. So let's get some other games. Obviously, there's some games happening right now. Everton are 2-0 up over Leeds after 65 minutes. Brentford and Palace are 0-0. And Brighton are beating Watford 1-0 after the 66th minute mark. So there's a lot of games going on as we're talking here. Brentford Palace, that's always going to be a strange game for me, Brentford Palace. Now, Brentford obviously not in any sort of form at all at this moment in time. Palace, their form's a bit up and down. As you can see here, though, Palace are having all the play. They're having all the possession at this moment in time. So they've got 58.4% of the ball. Only one shot on target each, though. But Brentford have had 7 shots to Palace's 3. So it tells you, Brentford are playing counter-attack football because their touches are 410 to 523. So they're playing counter-attack football. So that's an interesting one. Here's the interesting one from 5:30, guys. One we'll talk about next. Norwich City versus Manchester City. This one's going to be interesting. So there's their head-to-head. Can you see that, guys? John with the comments. They signed him because City wanted him. Really stupid thing to do. I don't even know if City wanted him, to be fair. I just don't see why Pep Guardiola would buy a 37-year-old striker. I know they need a striker, but I just don't know if he... I think that was... It was just... is it Mendes, Ronaldo's agent? I think Ronaldo's agent just played a blinder and made Man United think City wanted him. And then, Rio Ferdinand apparently got on the phone, didn't he, and said, you can't go to City, you've got to go to Man United. And, and people getting on at him go United, not City. I think his agent just played a blinder. I don't even know who's going to City, to be fair. Yeah, Palace will win that. Yeah, probably will, mate, probably will. But yeah, let's look at the Norwich City-Manchester City game, right? Obviously, as we know, the last time Liverpool were going for the title neck-to-neck with Manchester City, Norwich did the impossible and won 2-0 at home against Man City. It was 2 years ago now. I don't expect this to happen again. I really don't. Man City are in great form at this moment in time. Norwich's form has picked up. We got to admit, Norwich's form has picked up, but I just don't see. I don't see any change here at all. Here we see their head-to-head. They played 19 times with 6 draws. Norwich winning 3 and Manchester City winning 10 of them games. 2 of them games at home, 1 for Norwich, 7 of them at home for Man City, 1 away and 3 away, and there's been 6 draws. I just don't see Norwich getting absolutely anything. They got to play to a level they haven't played all season, and City have just got to be on the, just have one of them games. Just have one of them games. I really do have a mad feeling Norwich will get something. John, you're not the only one. I have seen on Twitter all day today and yesterday people saying, why have I got a feeling Norwich are going to get something out of this game? I've seen it everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, my Facebook group, everything. Everyone's saying, I really fancy Norwich. I just think they're going to get... And I just don't know where that's coming from. I think Norwich have won their last 2 games, if I'm correct. So, their form might not be as bad. So their form might not be as bad. Obviously, these are, some of the games recently. So in the 20, obviously earlier on in the season, beginning of the season, Man City won the first game 5-0. So the first game of this season, Manchester United beat Norwich 5-0. I mean, do you see any difference? Obviously, in the COVID era last season, obviously, we had no fans in the stadiums and all that, and Man City won 5-0. But the game that I'm talking about, the last game between Manchester City and Norwich, when Liverpool and Man City were fighting it out for the league, and we were closer in points than we are now, to be fair. Norwich won that. That's right. Norwich won it 3-2, not 2-1. They won it 3-2 at Carroll Road. I remember this game. I'm watching that game. I was shocked and couldn't believe it. They held on for a 3-2 win. And the game before that was 0-0 in 2015. So in 2016, it was 0-0. So recent form, you got to go Man City. And the form Man City are in right now, I mean, I just don't see how they lose this game at all, or even get a draw. Norwich are just one of them teams that could pull off a mad one. They have pulled up some mad results lately as well. I think they've won 200 pounds or something. So they are it is one of them games, ain't it? If City don't turn up and think they're going to win comfortably, they could get upset, but I just don't see it happening. So let's have a look at the I mean, City's squad is ridiculous, Apart from their goalkeeper situation, it's not a great. Zach Steffen, Ederson, Scott Carson, and Kieran Sticker. I mean, their goalkeeping situation, considering how rich they are, is not the best. And you look at their squad, it's just stacked. Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, John Stones, Nathan Ake, Zinchenko, Laporte. We won't say that man's name. Cancelo, Riley, I think, is a youth player. Then this is their middle. This is where Man City have the advantage, probably over everyone else in the league, is their midfield area. They got Gundogan, Grealish, Rodri, De Bruyne, Silva, Fernandinho. All right, the teams are out. There we go. I wondered why it just clicked off. So the teams are out, guys. So this is the teams. Manchester City versus Norwich. These are the lineup. So Manchester City going with Ederson in goal. 4 at the back with Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, Ake, and Zinchenko. Well, that ain't the best back four. Kyle Walker and Diaz, but Ake and Zinchenko, that's not the best back four. That might give Norwich a little bit of hope there. Midfield, Gundogan, Silva, and Fernandinho. And up front, he's gone Sterling, Mahrez, and Foden. The bench is probably stacked. Yeah, Stones, Laporte, Cancelo, McTee, Rodri, De Bruyne, Keke, and Liam Delap. So that's not the bestest of benches from Manchester City. They are resting players for the Champions League. There's no doubt about that. There is no doubt about that. They are resting players for the Champions League, guys. They have to be. I'm not sure if they got injuries or what, but that ain't the best back four I've ever seen. And obviously, with Norwich again, Angus Gunn, Max Aarons, who is a tremendous fullback, Ben Gibson, Grant Hanley, and Brandon Williams. And then obviously in midfield, Billy Gilmore, Rashika, Melu, and McLean. And then up front, we're going with Joshua Sargent and Pookie. I tell you, that is not the best City 11 I've seen. Fernandinho doesn't get a lot of games now because of his age. I think he's like 36. Silva and Gundogan, they can do bits. Let's not get us wrong here. But Zinchenko and Ake, they can be got at. They can definitely be got at. And then there's no real massive firepower up front. Sterling and Mahrez. Mahrez has got 15 goals this season, but they've all come in cup competitions. Phil Foden's obviously a great player. Maybe people might be right. What are you guys saying? In the Facebook group. If you're watching this in the Facebook group, comment, guys, because I will get your comments. I think there's a link in the Facebook group where it tells you if you sign up with StreamYard, your name and everything will come up, and picture and all that will come up in the comments. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but if you do comment in the Facebook group, I will see it and come up. If not, come over to the YouTube channel, guys. Just press onto the YouTube channel and the link. Come over and you can comment in the YouTube channel, guys. So everyone on Facebook, if you are watching, come over to the YouTube channel. And subscribe as well. I know there's thousands and thousands and thousands of you over in the Facebook group. So please come on over. If you're watching this live or you're watching it on repeat later today, come on over and subscribe to the channel. This YouTube channel is part of the Hearts of Liverpool. So come on over, join me, guys. Subscribe. Guys, let's have a look what John's saying here. Come on, Jamie, keep the hope up. Yeah. Now I have even more hope. Yeah, John's up for it now. John's totally up for this now. This is what I've been saying all season. City will start to take their eye off the league because they really want the Champions League. They must do, because I know Norwich is a game where you gotta think Man City or Liverpool, Chelsea, and all them turn up to Norwich. You gotta think you're gonna get 3 points. So the team you can maybe put out of a bit of a weaker side. But if you're taking your eye off it because of Champions League football on the midweek, that's where you can come unstuck. Because I can guarantee you right now, this 11 won't play in the Champions League against Sporting on Tuesday. I can guarantee you that right now. That won't happen. So they must be just resting players up, which is, you take your chance, but they have got an amazing squad. But I didn't think the bench was completely stacked. It's the forward area of Man City. Man City's forward area is their main problem, and it has been all season. But they keep the ball so well and they play such good football that no one really gets a chance against them anyway. And they still create a lot of chances. But that's the 5:30 kickoff, guys. That's the 5:30 kickoff. As you can see, there's the lineups there. So Norwich going 4-4-2. Man City playing 4-3-3, the normal 4-3-3. So you're looking for areas where they might, they go. City, they play 4-3-3, but Fernandinho's going to drop deep. He's going to come in between the two centre-backs, and then Silva and Gundogan are going to come in more narrow here in these gaps here, and they go run in behind, Sterling and Mahrez in between these gaps here. So Fernandinho will drop deeper, Gundogan and Silva will come more narrow, and will run into these gaps here. So making it almost, a four-man attack at times. It's going to be hard for Norwich. It kicks off in 52 minutes, guys. So let's talk about another game. That's tomorrow's kickoff. Let's get the stats up for this. So this is Aston Villa versus Newcastle. For me, this is going to be a very interesting. What's your Facebook page, mate? All right, hang on. Let me get it up for you. I don't think I put it in the link. I usually link it. I'll link it after this video, but I can get it up. It's called the Liverpool FC Forever Red Group. So Liverpool FC Forever Red Group. Go on there, like it, and I'm one of the admins on there. So if any of my YouTuber, any of you guys on here watching me want to go on the Facebook group, it's called Liverpool FC Forever Red Group. If you go on there, guys, I'm one of the admins on there. I can accept you in. Nikki's she's in charge. It's her group, her website. Go and sign up to it, guys. And on there, you can sign up to the website as well. Put your email in, and the website it'll tell you when it goes live. I'll leave all the links in below after this video, guys. I'll put all the links in. I think there is links. Have a look down in the description, guys. I think I did put the links in the description. So go and check it out. Go and check it out. But everyone in the Facebook group, if you are there, please come on over. Come over to the YouTube channel, get in the comments, subscribe, like, share, all the good stuff. Yeah, go and have a look at it, mate. The link is definitely in the description below. So after the video, go and have a check it out, mate. It's a good group. It's like almost 400,000 people in the group. It's a huge group. And I'm part of the team doing the YouTube. So go and have a look at it, guys. And as I say, everyone on the Facebook group, come on over. Come to the YouTube channel. If you're not watching this live and you're watching it on repeat, or later this evening, or tomorrow morning, or whenever, come on over. Subscribe to the channel, because it's all part of Hearts of Liverpool, guys. All parts of Hearts of Liverpool. We're all in it together. Hi, John. How are you, my man? Hope you're well. You doing okay, mate? So we're just looking, John, at all the games this weekend. Gone through a few of them already. Now just go look at Newcastle and Aston Villa. So here we see Newcastle and Aston Villa's head-to-head. They've played 49 games and drawn 16. See, they've played quite a few times, these two clubs. Newcastle got 22 total wins. Aston Villa's 11. So, yeah, Newcastle lead the way in wins in their heads-to-head. 14 of them at home, 9 for Villa at home, 8 away and 2 away for Villa, and 16 draws. So let's go to their recent form. These are the recent meetings between the two teams. Oh, I'm glad, John. I'm glad you're good, my man. Enjoying the show. Hope you're well. Aston Villa, in their last meeting earlier on in the season, in August 21st, they beat Newcastle 2-0. Obviously, that was still with Dean Smith in charge. For March 21st last season, it was a 1-1 draw. Earlier on in that season, last season, Villa won 2-0, and it was 1-0 before that. So their recent form is suggesting that Villa have a little bit of advantage over Newcastle at this moment in time. If we have a look at the squads for both teams, obviously Newcastle have improved their squad somewhat. I'll do that, mate, as soon as the show's done. Really enjoy all the shows you do and appreciate the hard work you put in for us all. Cheers, my man. Cheers. And I've got a green screen now, so if you enjoy the background, put a thumbs up in the comments. So, yeah, I've got a green screen now, so that's why the background looks a lot better. So Newcastle's team, obviously, they've had a good January transfer window. They've got some players in. They've improved their team somewhat. So their goalkeeper, Difrakfa and Darlow, probably their number 1 and 2 goalkeeper. And then they've got their defenders, Kieran Clark, Paul Dummett, Fabian Schär, Jamal Sells, Jamal Lewis, good player from Norwich last season, Matt Targett, who they just brought in as their right back. Kieran Trippier is in as their left back. So they've improved their fullback areas already from the beginning of the season. Then obviously got their midfield of John Joe Shelby, who played and scored the other night, Matt Ritchie, Isaac Hayden, Ryan Fraser, Jacob Murphy, Miguel Almiron, Joe Willock, Sean Longstaff, and Bruno Guimaraes. Now, Bruno Guimaraes is going to be a player that's going to excite a lot of people. Cheers, John. Howdy, Chris. Hope you're good, mate. Yeah, Bruno Guimaraes is going to excite a lot of Newcastle fans. He's a very exciting player, Brazilian, very good midfielder. He's probably too good for Newcastle at this moment in time, I have to say. He's an exceptional footballer, what I've seen of him. He's got a trick. He can take players on. He's got pace. He's got a good shot on him. Yeah, he might be too good for Newcastle at this moment in time. It's going to take him a while to adjust to the Premier League, obviously, and to the position Newcastle in the league and fighting every single game. It's going to take a lot for Newcastle to, get out of this relegation scrap. But with players like Bruno Guimaraes in their team, and they've improved their fullback positions, as I say, in Target and in Trippier, they've improved there. The forward line, Alan Saint-Maximin, great player. Seems to be getting better and better lately. I have to say, Saint-Maximin seems to be getting a lot better of late. More end product for him. That was my main concern with Saint-Maximin going forward. Is there enough end product? I'm not sure, but late, he's been showing good end product and been really good. Callum Wilson, another good player, but he's so injury prone. Joel Linton, who they've turned into a midfielder, and in midfield he looks half decent, it has to be said. Chris Wood, it's a transfer. It's quite a strange one. It's more like we're taking from Burnley and miss Burnley's chances of staying up, but then Burnley go and replace him with Weghorst, who's a very good striker from Germany. So it didn't quite work out for him as they probably planned, but Chris Wood might get the odd goal here and there that will keep Newcastle up. So they've improved their team somewhat, Newcastle. But so have their opponents, Aston Villa. And then since Stevie's joined the club, they have gone on a good few games winning. Been up and down a little bit, and maybe a loss here, a draw there. They had that 3-3 draw against Leeds, obviously, last week, which was the most open game of football I've ever seen in my life. Steve, my man, how are you? I am good, fella. Everyone, make sure you subscribe to Steve's channel. Excellent Liverpool YouTuber. Massive fan. Give him some love, guys. But Steve's going straight in 4-0. But Villa, they've really improved their team. They've got some good goalkeepers. Martinez is a good goalkeeper. Although of late he looks a bit shaky sometimes, but he is a good goalkeeper. And I say they've improved. They've got some good players. Matthew Cash, excellent fullback, really good. I'm really impressed with Cash. I think he's a very good right back. Konsa, good centre half, good young player. Tylo Mings, he's a bit up and down, a bit average at times. I think they can do better. Callum Chambers, they got him from loan from Arsenal. Ashley Young can be used as a left back or a left midfielder. Lucas Digne, which I thought was a very good signing from Everton, improves their left back area. Cash and Digne as their fullbacks, Konsa and Mings as their centre back partnership at this moment in time. It's a solid defence. It's a solid back four. Mings is probably the one you could replace out of them all. I think Mings is a bit average. Now, their midfield is where Aston Villa are most exciting. Douglas Luiz, obviously. Very good midfielder. Exceptional player. Really like him. John Mcginn, one of my favourite players, John Mcginn. I really do like John Mcginn. I think he's an exceptional footballer. I don't think he gets the respect he gets because he's Scottish, because he's British. I don't think he gets the respect he deserves. He's an exceptional midfielder. Obviously, Bundia, they got him from Norwich this season. Good player, likes to take a player on. Got a nice pass at him. Can play in that number 10 role or just off the front three. Coutinho, as we all know, is absolutely firing. Obviously came in, got the equaliser against Man United and assisted one. And then against Leeds the other night, he was actually on fire, weren't he? As I said, that Leeds Aston Villa game was one of the most open games of football I've ever seen. And they were just going at each other. But Coutinho had so much freedom in that game. Yeah, 2 assists and 1 goal. He was exceptional in that game. Jacob Ramsey, the next big English player probably. Looks like a talent. Looks like an absolute talent, does Ramsey. One to look out for, I tell you. Keep your eye on Jacob Ramsey, guys, because he looks an absolute talent. And obviously up front, they got Ollie Watkins, who I really like, holds the ball up well, runs all day. He's got a good shot on him. Danny Ings, who's an excellent finisher. Leon Bailey, who's just absolute pace. So is Bernard Traore, absolute pace. Got a lot of pace up front. But this is going to be a tight game, guys. Get your comment in the comments of your scoreline between Newcastle and Aston Villa. It's going to be a tight game, this one is, guys. It's hard to call. It's really hard to call. I'm going for a draw. I'm going for a 2-2 draw. I think there'll be goals in this game. But I just think I just smell a draw. I'm going 2-2 in this game. I think it's going to be a close match. Very close game. So, let's get to the one we're all here for, guys. Burnley, Liverpool. Burnley, Liverpool. Here's our head-to-head, guys, obviously. 2-1 Newcastle, says Steve. Get to your comments before we get to this game. Villa win this all day long for me, 2-0. Big up Steve, hope you're well. Steve went 4-0 Burnley in this game. We're going to talk about now. Yeah, John, good cheers. How are you? Not even I've gone that high, Steve. Oh, good, thanks, Steve. And we have a great record at Turf Moor. Yeah, we certainly do. Turf, a hat trick for me. Could be right, Steve. Mo will be going out for this game. He will, sure will. And he's gone 2-1 Newcastle. 2-1 Newcastle. John's got, is that 3-1 Newcastle, John? Oh, 3-1 to the Reds. Okay. Right, guys. So this is the head-to-head with Burnley. So we've played 15 games, 2 draws in that time. Liverpool have won 11 of them, and Burnley have won 2 of them. Obviously, one of them results came last season when Burnley beat us 1-0, thanks to a penalty. Was it Chris Wood with the penalty? Can't remember. But it was a 1-0 game. This is when we was in our poorest state. Couldn't win at home. That's 6 losses in a row at home. It was terrible. We couldn't win a game at home. Absolutely awful stuff. And that was one of Burnley's wins last season. And as we can see with the record, we have got 6 wins away. So we have got a decent record at Turf Moor. Obviously, their one win came last season. They were the first team to beat us at Anfield in 3 years, I believe. I think they were the first team to beat us. They were the first team to beat us in that 6-game losing streak. And I believe they were the first team to beat us at Anfield in 3 years. And that was their one away win. And they've won one at home. But we have won 6 games at Turf Moor. We've got an excellent record at Turf Moor. It's a hard place to go, Turf Moor, because, you get a lot of... It kicks off a lot. I'm surprised. I didn't see this stat till yesterday that Burnley hardly ever get men sent off. We all talk about Burnley as that physical, in-your-face sort of team. But really, they don't get many men sent off. Now, what Burnley are very good at, they're a well-structured team. They're very defensively disciplined obviously, they're going to be very disciplined. They're very defensive. They're not going to play free-flowing football, as, Liverpool and City and teams like that are going to play and you want to see. They're going to play that defensive game, lump it up to the big man. Big man tries to hold it up, brings midfielders into it, brings the wingers into it. Although, as we know, they've got Coutinho now out on the wing. He's a decent player. Weghorst is he looks a better player than Chris Wood with his feet. I mean, he's dummy against Man United the other day when everyone went for a bloody ice cream and he just left them dry. He's got the ability. So they have got some options there, Burnley, this time round, to play a little bit of football, not be so much lump it up, get in your face style of game. So it might be a tricky one, but with the squad we got and the form we're in, I expect nothing but a win. Since Palace, that's right. Sam Allardyce's Palace were the last team to beat us. They haven't had a man sent off for a couple of years. No, they haven't. I was shocked at it. I just thought Burnley one of them teams that get men sent off. Christopher, Liverpool win this 3-0. Salah double and Diaz. Nice. That ain't a bad prediction there, Chris. Let's get to the squads. Now, this is where we're going to have a bit of funny with our squads, guys. Well, we got enough goalkeepers. So obviously we've got Alisson and Adrian, Karius and Kelleher. Obviously Kelleher's our number 2, Alisson's our number 1. Adrian and Loris Karius will not be here next season. They'll be gone. And then we've got Pitiluga. Obviously the promising youngster. It's probably our 3rd choice at the moment in time. And there's a lot of good things spoken about Pitiluga, so he's one to watch out for. He hasn't even got a picture. That's not fair, is it? Obviously, we get down to our defenders. And this is where we're stacked, guys. Absolutely stacked. Virgil van Dijk, Ibrahim Konate, Joe Gomez, Tsimikas, Robbo, Matip, Owen Beck, who's going to have a bright future, Trent, James Norris, I've not seen too much of. This fella, Janelle Quanash, is it? He's been in first team training lately. I think he's been in around the first team training quite a bit lately. So maybe they got keep their eye on him. And then Billy the Kid, obviously, there. But our main defensive lineup, I mean, Van Dijk, Konate, Gomez, and Matip as 4 as good centre-backs probably anywhere in this league. Tremendous 4 centre-backs. And then Tsimikas and Robbo, 2 amazing left-backs. We just need someone for Trent. Trent's area is where we desperately need somebody. Hi, Kai. You good? Is Henderson back, Jamie? Yeah, Hendo's back now, my man. Hendo's back. Football vlogs and tours. How are you, Guy? I ain't seen you in a while. I'm very sad, bro. We are Draw FC. You are Draw FC at the moment. We spoke about Man United at the beginning of the show, fella. Go back and have a look at it later, my man. John's team: Ali, Trent, Matip, Van Dijk, Robbo, Fab, Thiago, Hendo, Diaz, Jota, Salah. Probably spot on. Elliot and Mane to come in for the last 30. Yes. This is what I'm going to get to, the rest of the squad. So our midfield area, got a completely stacked midfield. The only problem with our midfield is injuries. And at the moment in time, our squad looks fantastic because no one's injured. We've always said it. Our squad He's up there with the very best. It's just that when players are injured, they're injured for ages, and it makes our squad then look bare. But when our squad is full and it's fit, there's not many better squads. Fabinho and Thiago, these two here. Is there many better pivot midfield pairing in this Premier League? Fabinho and Thiago, what a pairing they are. 17 games played, 16 wins, 1 draw when they both played together. Thiago is yet to lose a game when he plays. James Milner, obviously a great player to have around the squad, even at his age. You don't want him starting games no more, obviously, but he's a great player to come in off the bench. Keita has all the ability in the world. He's just injury prone. If he weren't injury prone, Naby Keita would be a superstar midfielder. Hendo, our captain and leader. Yes, he might be on a bit of the decline now, but he's still great to have him around the squad, and he will play. I think Klopp's already said he will play this game. And then you've got the Ox, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Prince Harvey. He's going to be an absolute superstar. And then you've got the young guys there. But then we got the forward line. Look at this ridiculous forward line, guys. This is crazy. This is where our strengths are. This is where we have more strength than anyone else in any squad in the league, in my opinion. Football Vlog, we play well in the first half and the second. Yeah, you're a 45-minute team at the moment. I don't understand what's going on with United. I have to say, fella. How scary is it that we have 2 players as good as them to come in for us? Really, I know it's brilliant. I play Canati for this match, Jamie, just for the physical battle with their strikers, and I would rest Matic for Inter. I think you're bang on there, mate. When we come to doing that, I think you're bang on. But look at that forward line, guys. How scary is that forward line? Bobby Firmino, Sadio Mane, Mo Salah, Minamino, Jota, Diaz, and Origi. Kay Gordon's the future. I mean, if you hear people talk about Kay Gordon in and around the club who know more than we do, they talk about this guy as being the absolute future. The absolute future for the club. What I've seen of him, I think he's talent. He's got talent. He's going to be a good player. But there's people in the know who know better than we do say this kid, Kay Gordon's going to be exceptional. But what's your front three tomorrow, guys? What's your front three tomorrow? Because Mane's obviously back now. He's in training. Saw the pictures yesterday of Mane in training, looking decent. I don't think he comes into this team straight away. Man's been partying for 3 days. I'd have Mo would definitely start for me. I think Mo would start. Mo likes a goal at Turf Moor as well. You know, Mo likes getting a goal at Turf Moor. I think he's had a hat-trick at Burnley before. So, yeah, I expect Salah will start. You can't drop Jota at the moment. You can't rest Jota. I think, is it Kai and John said it? I think you'll see, I think it'll be Mo, Jota and Diaz, the front three. I think that'll be the front three, and Bobby and Mane on the bench. I mean, how good is that? We're going to probably start with Salah, Jota and Diaz up front, and then have a substitutes bench of Mane and Bobby Firmino. The strength in depth we'll have all of a sudden is excellent, and it's scary, you know, especially to other teams. Kai, I was read that one. Kai David, you could be right with Canati. Just thought we'd keep him for Champions League. Yeah, true, John. But I think Canati might be handle it better with their strikers. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, Verkels is like 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", ain't like that. He's a big unit of a player. Burnley are not really going to run in behind us too much, but what they're going to do, you know, they got good footballers, Burnley, that can get hold of the ball, as we see. You got Maxwell Cornet on one side, and they probably play Dwight McNeil on the other. So what Burnley are going to try and do is get the ball up to Verkhorst or Ashley Barnes, if they play both of them, hold the ball up and try and get the ball out to Cornet and McNeil. So where we play that high line, that's where they're going to try and expose us the most with them 4 players. We keep the ball like we did against Leicester. And we play how we did against Leicester. I mean, we never got out of first gear for me against Leicester. It was a training game. I expect nothing but a win, guys. Nothing but a win against Burnley tomorrow. It's a shame it's not on telly. If it was on telly, I'd be able to do a watch along, but it's obviously not on telly tomorrow. It's a 2 o'clock kickoff. I believe they're showing the Newcastle Villa game instead of the Liverpool Burnley one. But yeah, we're not on live tomorrow, which is a shame. Have to find some other way of watching it, won't we, guys? But I'm going for a good win tomorrow. I've been saying it all last couple of days. I think we'll win 3-0. I'm going for a 3-0 tomorrow. But let's get the teams out there first, yeah? Put you down. I think John's already put his team down. Guys, put your first 11s in the chat. Put your first 11s in. Kai doing you're 100% right, mate. But what a good problem that is to have. Yeah, exactly. So put your 11s, your first 11s in the chat, guys. Kai, John, anyone else that's in the chat, get in the chat, guys. Put your first 11s down now. See 5 of you in here. Come on, guys. Put your 11s in the chat. Personally, I think Ali was starting goal, Trent at right back, Konate and Van Dijk and Robbo would be the back four. I just think Konate, with his height and pace, I think Klopp would want to play him against Burnley and obviously save Matic for the Champions League game. Midfield, I think you go Thiago and Fabinho because you just do. I don't see the point of resting them. I know people say you should rest them and have them in this game and have them back. What's the point? You never know when they're going to get injured again. So, yeah, I'd play Thiago and Fabinho and I'd play the kid Harvey. I really would. I know Curtis Jones played the last match, but I don't think Curtis Jones did enough in the last match to keep his place. I'm going to go Harvey Elliott, Fabinho and Thiago midfield and Salah, Diaz and Jota up front. That'd be my forward line. If Jota plays, he has to play through the middle for me. He's number 9. He's Liverpool's number 9. I don't want to see him on the left no more. I don't want to see him on the right anymore. There can be games that he can play on the left when we're resting or doing squad rotation and stuff like that. That's fine. But for me, Diogo Jota is our number 9. He plays through the middle. Salah on the right, Diaz off the left. That's me tomorrow, guys. And I think with that team, we keep the possession. We have all the ball. We've got strength there in the defence and pace at the back with Van Dijk and Konate. You got the deliveries and the passing of Robbo and Trent. Cornet and McNeil might try and push the fullbacks back. They do like to play direct on the front foot, but that would be a test for our fullbacks. And then our forward line is just too quick on the counter-attack. If there's any counter-attack or counter-pressing with Diaz, Jota and Salah, it's just too quick. I just don't see Burnley being able to handle that sort of pace. So I'm going 3-0. I think Salah will get on the goal. I think you've got to say Jota's going to score. And yeah, Harvey Elliott for me. Harvey Elliott, Salah and Jota with the 3 goals. So let me know in the chat what you guys think. John, that does my head in. How the hell can you not have a Liverpool game on a Sunday? I know. I think the thing with our football is they give all the teams in the league a chance to be live, don't they? So they all get prize money. I know exactly, John. We've been waiting this problem for a while. Just need a right back in the centre mid. That squad is complete. Yeah. I think that'll happen in the summer as well. Oh, my God, what the hell is that? I think that'll happen in the summer, guys. I think we'll get a backup right back for Trent, and I think we'll definitely get a centre midfielder. Diaz was meant to come in the summer, but he's come early. That leaves the door open for a couple of signings in the summer. We don't need a lot. We do not need a lot. We don't need to go out there and buy 4, 5 or 6 players. We just need 2 or 3 now, and our squad is almost ready to go again. The thing is as well, we're also now our squad. We're getting that squad younger. Everyone was worried about our squad being old, but Klopp's doing it very quietly. We're that's the word I'm looking for. We are rebuilding. without anyone noticing. Look at the ages of some of the players coming in. Diaz, 25. Jota, 25. Canai, 22. Gomez is still 24. Trent's only 22. Harvey Elliott's 18. Curtis Jones is 20. You've got Kay Gordon there. You've got Tyler Morton there. Now, I'm not saying these are going to be first teamers and all that, but we are rebuilding. That front three is almost rebuilt. You think about it. Jota's 25 and Diaz is 25. You just need one more forward, and that front three is completely rebuilt already. It's sad that Mane and Salah, you want them to play forever, but they do need changing eventually. I think Salah signs his new contract, and we don't really worry about getting another forward in the summer. I think we can go again with next season with Diaz, Salah, Mane, Jota, and Bobby. The news today is that Bobby's apparently going to get offered a new contract. I don't know if you guys heard that, but in the summer break, apparently Liverpool go sit down with Bobby and give him a new contract. I don't think Mane stays. I really don't. I think Mane's the one that will probably go in the summer. And I don't know about you guys as well. Mane, there was more talk today about Mane saying if Barcelona and Real Madrid come in for me, I'm off. So there's a lot of talk there. I think Salah will sign his contract. I think clubs in Europe will be looking at Mane right now out of the two and thinking Mane will be more affordable and his wages won't be as high as what Salah will be demanding. So I think a lot of European teams will be looking at Sadio Mane in the summer. I really do. But yeah, the news is today that Bobby Firmino will sit down in the summer with the club and hash out a new contract. And I think we'll go again next season with that forward line. I really do, with Diaz in there, Jota improving, Salah probably signing a new contract with Bobby. So as you say, right back in midfielder, I do see that as the thing. Max Aarons for me, he's the one everyone talks about, Max Aarons, because you also need a certain amount of homegrown players in your team. People like Max Aarons. It just makes sense. I think he can be the player that comes in, be Trent's understudy. You could rotate with Trent then a little bit. Maybe you can even try Trent out in midfield if you get someone like a Max Aarons in. We've got a lot of options there. And then the midfielder, we all want the big one, Jude Bellingham. I just don't think Jude Bellingham's going to go this summer because Haaland's going to go this summer. I don't think Borussia Dortmund can afford losing both players. And plus, Bellingham's only 19. He's in no rush. He can do another season at Dortmund. So we'll be looking for another midfielder. And as you say, we get them in, proper reliable midfielder as well. It's not always injured, who can play 30 games a season in the league easy. That's what we need. And yeah, I think that'll come in as well. Squad's looking good, guys. It's looking good. Who you got as a backup right back? That's the only problem. Trent's just too good. Yeah, Max Aarons for me. I think Max Aarons, you can get in from Norwich, homegrown as well. You need that homegrown quarter in the team. So, yeah, Max Aarons for me. Kai's got Max Aarons from Norwich. English also, I think it would come. Yeah. I think we have to have a backup right back in Bradley. He's going to be a hell of a player. What people are saying back home, he's a very special player. Yeah. Colin Bradley is going to be an exceptional player. I just think we just need someone a bit more advanced than him right now to be our backup right back. And then Conor Bradley can keep learning his game under them and come in when he's ready. I saw that about Mane with Real Madrid and Barcelona. Yeah, it looks like it's going to happen. Mane's my favourite player. Sad to see him go. Yeah. I think he's go out at the front three. I think Mane is the one. I do think Mane is the one. As I say, Mane's been at club almost 5 years, and I've never heard Mane talk about Real Madrid and Barcelona before, ever. And all of a sudden, this talk about Barcelona and Real Madrid has popped up. There's something in that. There always is something in it. Look, selling Mane right now, his value at his age, 30, is probably never going to be as high, obviously winning AFCON. So if you do it now, you either do it now or you never do it, and you just give him a new contract. But you don't want players too old in the club at the same time. Yeah, Basuma. Basuma's a great shout because we've got no one that can replace Fabinho. That is one thing. And if all the midfielders in our squad, they can all play a certain position, that number 8 role, box to box. They can all play that position, but we've got no one who can play Fabinho's position as highly as Fabinho would. So Basuma coming in would be a great shout. I mean, you imagine getting Basuma in. You go Basuma, Thiago, and Fabinho. Who's getting through that midfield? Like literally, who's getting through that midfield? So, yeah, 40 to 50 million. That seems like good money to me. It seems like decent money to me that we can afford. Sort of money we do like to spend. And he's at that age as well. He's at that age that Liverpool like. He's around the transfer budget and wage budget that Liverpool like. It just seems like a Liverpool buy to me. That just seems like good business. Let's get rid of the... would love Basuma, but as long as all that stuff with him has been cleared up, yeah. It must have, because he's playing for Brighton. I reckon it's been all cleared up, but we just ain't heard about it. But as you say, if it hasn't, then you can't touch him. But if it has been cleared up and everything's fine now and he can carry on, then yeah, I would go for Basuma, guys. That's a great call. Max Aarons and Basuma in the summer. Just them two with the squad we got. And if Mane goes, maybe, Carvalho as well from Fulham. Carvalho, Basuma and Max Aarons next season to go with the squad we got. That's 3 excellent transfers for me. 3 excellent. And not a lot of money. Basuma will cost between 40 and 50. Max Aarons won't cost too much. And then Carvalho, probably around the 12 million mark. So, if Mane leaves, you bounce it all out. It's good business. Good business, guys. But, guys, I'm coming up to the end of the show now. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. You've been all fantastic, as usual, in the comments. Again, there is links below in the description, guys. Go and have a look. I've got the Facebook group in there. Belong to the Forever Reds Facebook group. That is with the Hearts of Liverpool. It's got the web page on there. Go and check it out, guys. Go in the description after this video. Check out the Facebook group and check out the website. It's in the Facebook group, Hearts of Liverpool. It's got loads of new content coming up there, guys. It's not live just yet, but go in the website and check it out. Go and check it out. It's going to be merchandise and everything. It's going to be it's a really excellent website. Go and check it out, guys. Check out the links. The links for Twitter is down there as well. Go and follow me on Twitter if you don't follow me already. Yeah, the kid from Fulham's already done deal. It's basically done, John, as you say. I think they're just hashing out a fee right now. There was talk about it this morning. I think they're just going to hash out a fee. But that Carvalho looks a player. He looks a player. Do you think we need another wide forward, Jamie? No. So if say Mane does leave, we've got Jota through the middle. Salah and Diaz would be your first starting front three. And then you got Bobby, who can play through the middle, and then Jota out on the left. Got Kay Gordon in the wings. Taki, if he stays, maybe. Yeah, maybe. But if Carvalho comes in, Carvalho can play sort of at number 10, number 9 role as well. So, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting one. Maybe they look at somebody else. Or maybe they just keep Mane. Maybe Mane stays and then there's no problem at all, is there? Would you take Jude or Ramsey, says Chris. Tell you what, I think Jacob Ramsey would be cheaper. I think Jacob Ramsey would be a lot cheaper. He's a good player, Jacob Ramsey. The thing with Jacob Ramsey, we're seeing him doing it in the Premier League now. Now, obviously, we know Jude Bellingham is a class act. We've seen him play for England. We've seen him play for England. And we know he's a class act. We've seen him in Champions League. He's a class act. But we have seen Jacob Ramsey play in the Premier League and do bits and look like he is a Premier League player already. He's a great little player. It's a difficult one. If money wasn't an object, if money wasn't the problem, I would go and get Jude Bellingham. But money is tighter at Liverpool, as we know. We do spend, but money is tighter at Liverpool. So maybe Ramsey. I don't think there's much in. Saka from Arsenal, think Klopp wants him and he's not signed a new deal yet. Yes, that's the one, John. That's the one. That is what, if Mane goes in the summer, look for Liverpool to be serious about Saka. Absolutely serious about him. Because as you say, he's got a year left in his contract. He hasn't signed a new deal yet. And the reason he hasn't signed a new deal yet, because his agent knows Liverpool and Manchester City are looking at him. They're the two clubs in England looking at Saka, Manchester City and Liverpool. And I think Liverpool are proper serious, really serious about Saka. We tried to get Saka 2 years ago. I don't know if anyone remembers this. We tried to get Saka from Arsenal's youth system before he came through the youth into the first team 2 years ago. Liverpool wanted him then. And then since he's been in the first team at Arsenal, Liverpool have kept their tabs on him. They scout him all the time. We've been scouting Saka for like 2 or 3 years, even when he was a youth player. We've been like scouting him a long time. Liverpool are very interested in Saka. If that is the deal to be done, if Mane leaves, I think Liverpool are all over the Saka. I really do. I think that's a deal Liverpool can pull off as well, especially with a year left. I think we can get him a good price, really good price. And we know Arsenal are a selling club. I mean, look at everyone they're getting rid of. They're a selling club. So, guys, that is it from me. Thank you very much. I appreciate every single one of you joining me today. Been going for an hour and 20 minutes. It's been a great time. Sorry about the beginning of the video. I don't know what happened with my screen. It went all fuzzy and weird. Might be because I'm testing out this new green screen behind me. So, guys, don't forget to go down in the description after this video. There's links there to my Twitter. Go and follow it. Go and give me a follow. I'll shout you out. And go onto the Facebook page. Go and check out the Facebook page, guys. One of the admins in the that Facebook page, so I can add you into it. I know you all, so you're all trusted, so that's not a problem for everyone else in the group. I wouldn't have thought. And the website's in there as well, Hearts of Liverpool. Go and check out the website, guys. Go and check it out. Yeah, Klopp loves him and does see him and love a Klopp hug. Yeah, he does. Brilliant show. Cheers, my man. Brilliant show. Right, guys, I'll be back tomorrow. Liverpool versus Burnley. Up the Reds. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Have a good weekend. And hopefully Liverpool get the job done tomorrow, guys. That's hope anyway. Thank you very much, guys. I've been Jamie Phillips. See you soon.